then there you go. You can hear about 5 helicopters flying over right now. I guess they just coming in off of a CA or something. My friend, about just a little while ago, about 6 of them went out. Well, I'm back again. It's about 15 minutes later. If you remember a little while back in the tape when you heard a big crash, yeah, that was me. I was trying to get out of bed and go see how many choppers was coming in, and I knocked my fan off and broke it. Except it only, broke one blade on it, so I glued it back together. It's as good as new now. But as I was telling you, well, all 6 of them came back is what I got up to see, and so Jackson will probably be up a little while and want to go down to the club and have a beer. But as I was telling you before, that tape, it's about... No, should be okay. So, I just come back about 11 o'clock. And it's about 11 o'clock now. Raid the refrigerator. Like I said, Jackson came up. We went down, had our nightly couple of beers, sat down there and talked. And that's what he said. They was flying over the top, and there's about 5 of them flying in formation. He says that the head pilot says, well, let's wake those guys up down there. So it was only about 500 feet over top the hooch when they went by. That's how come it sounded so loud. I wish I had my movie camera now. I'd take some pictures of that. They come right over top the hooch, and they had smoke grenades tied on the skids and that, and they pulled them, like first one had a purple one, the back one had a red one, and blue one all the way down. Looked just like jets, smoke coming out all over on each side of the skid, like the streams and that. And they come in, they just, each one of them come down so far and they just peel off, like you see these stunt jets and things like that. Come in, we went down, refueled, and came back. Says all we had to do was go fly for cover for a convoy for about 2 hours was all.
We're after 6 now. I've already taken my nightly shower and eaten and that, and got my civilian clothes on. And this kid from Ohio is supposed to come over, and we go down to the club and have a couple beers and then go watch a show. We usually do this about 5 nights a week or so.
Oh, Jackson was drunker than hell tonight, wasn't he?
Dear Mom and Dad, well, this is Tuesday the 16th, I guess. Yeah. So it's my day off, and it's about 10 to 8 in the morning, and so I thought that I'd tape you a tape here, since I haven't taped you one for a heck of a long time. Probably hear in the background it sounds like there's about maybe 8 ships running up. Well, just went and looked, and there's more than 8 ships running up. Must be about 15 of them. About 6 of our gunships went out, and all kinds of slicks. We must have a CA somewhere today. Never heard anything about it yet, though. Got your tape the other day from both of you, and it's real good hearing from you for a change, so I figured that maybe you'd like to hear from me for a while. Now that I have some time off, I'll be able to, send some tapes and things like that again. So, you went to Salt Lake the other day to get your kidneys checked. Hope that everything turns out okay and they stop bothering you in that. Started raining over here. It's been raining for about the last, for about the last 2 weeks. It's been raining off and on. It rains, for about maybe 3 days, and it brightens up for about 4 or 3. It starts raining again. It rained like heck last night. It's wet out there now, but looks like it's going to clear up. So maybe if it clears up, we'll go down the beach, go swimming or something. Finally got a little bit of time off, so just get out of this place to break the monotony. Yeah, you asked if I was off guard duty. Well, you only pull guard duty for 2 weeks at a time. You pull it about every 60 to 70 days that you come up on the roster. So I'll probably have about another 2 or 3 times is all. And then I won't have it no more, just pull it for 2 weeks at a time. And it's not bad, like I said, it gives you a rest, gets you away from the same everyday grind and that. Other than that, I haven't been doing too much. The other day, let's see, last Thursday night, I guess we had a Friday night. It was last Friday night. We had the Cobras had a party, the gunships down there, and they had for all the short timers. They had about 3-4 guys that has been going home and will be going home this month. So they got together and had a party. Had about 10-15 cases of beer and about 10 quarts of whiskey or something like that. And they had barbecue chicken and different things like that to barbecue, which was all pretty nice. We was down there all drinking away and having fun, riding a tug. We have this tug they have, with poles of ships and that around. Everybody gets on that, rides around on that, just like back in the States. It's about the only thing I've driven since been over here. So we was all having a pretty good time, and it was sort of sprinkling, it wasn't raining too bad. We was inside the line shack anyway. And about 11:30 it started raining pretty hard again. About that time they got a call for a ship to go out and pick up this VC prisoner, It wasn't too far away. In some of my pictures you can see this mountain behind the hooches, the highest one that's got a tower on it. It was just over the other side of that. And the Koreans had captured out there. And so there's my friend, this one really pretty close friend, his name was Jackson. You probably heard me talk about him before. I don't know, either you or Kathy's got some pictures of him. It was his ship. They was on standby that night. It was 257 was his ship. He was the crew chief. So they called on him to go out. Mr. DeSantis, our maintenance officer, he went out too. He was the AHC, and then there's another pilot on it, and a kid named Hargrave. He's only been here about 3 months or so. And they went out about 12, something like that, in the rain. Actually, they shouldn't have went out, this rain and that. And about 2 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, they hadn't made it back yet. And they had reports. It was all down there listening that they couldn't find them. They didn't know where they went in the rain. So they sent up 4 of our gunships, to go up and look for them. And 4 slicks that was throwing flares out, these flares just over the side of the mountain here. You could, see them from the hooch out there. And they was lighting up the place out there and looking with searchlights and that for about 2 hours. And then they found them finally. And I guess, it was raining so hard and they couldn't see this mountain. It was so high, just like where you can see up the top on this one side. It was only less than a mile and a half away. And off the other side of the mountain, they never, they was flying too low, and they never seen the mountain. They run right into the mountain, and it crashed. And, it burned up. Everybody in it burned up in it. And there was our 4 pilot, our 4 crew members, 3 Koreans, and that VC prisoner, they all burned up in the ship. I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it, for 7 guys to die for one damn gook. No reason. They could have waited till in the morning to go up and get him, but some officer, what the hell, go get him now, maybe, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to take. Here you're drinking with a guy and friends all the time. Right there, 1 minute, and next minute he's not around, Jackson was 20, 21. He'd been 21 today. He'd be 21 today, 16. And he was married, had a little girl, 4 years old. That's all he ever talked about. Because his wife left him when he was coming in the army, and she started chasing around when he was in basic, and now she just, since he's been over here, he just, she didn't care. She left the little girl to Jackson's mother and dad, and that's all he ever, talked about was her. We always used to go down and get drunk. He used to live in one of their hooch down there and that. And he was sort of a quiet guy in that. We well, a lot of times, you know, like on my days off and that, breaks monotony. Like he'd be flying VIP. He'd take a Korean general or somebody, you know, general down to Miami Beach or something. You know, it's about a 15-minute flight for all day. You know, this general would go down there with general and a couple officers and that. When he went flying like that, you know, wasn't anything dangerous. He told me he wouldn't take me on anything dangerous. So he used to come and I used to be his gunner, you know, just to ride down to Miami Beach. It'd take about 15 minutes to fly down there. And then we'd sit down there and generals and that all get off and go swimming. We'd go either swimming or go to the club or something, you know. It's like it's an R&R center, like go down there and chase around. In fact, last Thursday I went down with him just before, you know, the day before. I don't know, it was kind of hard to take. And he's supposed to be home December the 3rd, I believe. And I don't know, I got some pictures here I'm gonna have made up and that. Got this patch that I give Kathy, what he used to wear on his pocket, you know, second flight platoon patch. And underneath, we nicknamed him Papa Top. He had like written in his patch, Papa Top. Another day, Mr. Muirhead, one of the pilots was with the other day, come up and got me. We went down, you know, inventoried stuff to send home and that, and boxed it all up and that. This was Saturday. We did yesterday, I guess it was. No, Saturday. That's about 3 days ago. So, see why I haven't really felt like writing any letters or anything. And then, well, Hardgrave, he'd been here, like I said, 3 months. He was the gunner. Another gunner, Jackson's other gunner, was a little bit too drunk, and he didn't, you know, they didn't want to take him up because he was a newbie. And so, Hardgrave, well, he'd been married. His wife just had a baby boy 3 days after he got to Nam, and he's never seen it. He got killed too, you know. Mr. DeSantis only had, he was the AC, the pilot. He used to be a maintenance pilot all the time. And they asked for volunteers to go up. Mr. DeSantis, the other one, went up. Mr. DeSantis was married, and I think he had 2 kids. And he was getting out of the Army in 33 days. This other pilot had 20-some days he was getting out of it. So it was all pretty young and that. Well, I guess that's the way things go over here. Well, I'll have to turn over on the other side. Finish this off. There ain't too much left on this side. Guess it don't do no good to talk about it, you know. Yeah, that didn't even seem like a war over here till then, you know. But, you know, I don't know. All these guys over here losing their lives and that for no reason at all. I guess there could be a reason, but I mean, these gooks don't appreciate it. They just turn around and stab you in the back anyway, you know. And then, well, I guess that's about all I can say. So, side's about ready to run out, so I'll turn it over and talk about something else on the other side. You know, I guess don't do no good to talk about it, so, well, I'll turn it over on the other side. Because I have some pictures to send home, you know, some of Jackson, you know, and, the ship when it went down, so I thought maybe I'd go ahead and, you know, fill out these, or tell you about these pictures and that, and then send them home, and you can listen to them, see them, and then give the pictures to Kathy so she can put them in my book for me and that, so she can listen to it, okay? Oh yeah, I got, you know, I told you that letter I got from Jackson's mother, so I got some of these pictures, you know, just of him. I sent to her. I'm going to send to her. I got the address of the crew members that was with him. She's, you know, that letter, like you said, she didn't know if there was anybody with him or not. So I'll start telling you about these pictures here in a minute, okay? Let me get myself squared away for a minute. Well, these pictures here are some that I had my camera and some that I got from some other guys in it. And starting off on them, it's picture number 1 here is of Jackson. One who was flying one day VIP. I had my camera and I took a picture of him there. It's just, well, it's a peace sign, you know. It ain't like the hippies use. It means, you know, like peace for war over here and that, you know, victory. You can see out the clouds there, and it's inside the helicopter. Okay, go to the next picture here. It's picture number 2. It's just another picture I took when I was flying along there. It's just about the same as the other one, except you can see the ship just a little bit more in that. And here's one when we sat down down at Tiger Strip there. It's leaning on the front of his helicopter there. The emblem on the front you can see is a bulldog, you know. So we get the bulldogs as the gun platoon. That's picture number 3. Okay, now going to picture number 4 is one that somebody took of him with his old ship. Picture number 3 is the ship he crashed in. This ship number 4 is the one he had before he went to this new ship. That was named the Judge and that. You've already got a picture like this, so I'll give it to you here anyway. Well, that picture right there, number 4, is the one you sent to Jackson's mother. Okay, now these next pictures here are ones of the crash, and where, well, like I told you, it hit the hill. And here's a picture of the tail boom of the ship, where it tore it completely off, and it's laying in this like little ravine. It's about, gosh, it was a good 100 feet away from where the rest of the helicopter was at. Okay, that was picture number 5. Now I'll go to picture number 6. Picture number 6 here shows where shows the crash there. And Mr. Martin is our test pilot, one of our test pilots. Mr. DeSantis, the other pilot who went down. Him and Mr. Martin is real close. They always fly helicopters together all the time. This here shows mostly the engine and transmission. Some of the mast parts there was wrecked there. Okay, that was picture number 6. And here's picture number 7. You can see where it's a cargo door is about all that's left there. And you can see where the ship, where it crashed there, you can see where the horizon is, the top there is about another 20 feet, and it had made it over top the mountain. And there's you can see the Koreans back there with the helmets on, and guarding the ship and all that night. There's Mr. Burdess, he's another pilot, standing off to the left-hand side of the picture. You can see half of him there. That was picture number 7. Just go to picture number 8. It just shows some more parts of the helicopter there, how it was melted down. This is what's left of the body, is about all right here. Then you go from picture 8, you go picture number 9. Shows the engine. That's a turbine engine. That's like the ones I work on. That's about all what's left of that. And there was one of the door gunner was, when it got thrown, he got thrown out. The engine hit on top of him. He was pinned underneath this engine here. Okay, you go to picture number 10, and it just shows some more of the ship. It's just melded apart there. It's the main part, fuselage where all the pilots and everything was at. And then, so you go to picture number 11 there. This picture here shows where there's 2 Koreans there, and that had been out there all night and had been, helping out. And they're walking towards us. Well, off on the right-hand side up the top, you see that bag there, and that was a body bag there. It's got one of the pilots, and they didn't know which one, but when they took him out of the ship, that they knew it was one of the pilots. And so now we go from picture 11 to picture 12. Just let me see how much tape. Okay, I guess I got enough tape here to finish this next couple pictures off. This picture number 12 here is, well, another body bag. That's Jackson's body in there. No, can't say too much about it. So, go from picture 12 here, go to picture 13, and just picture the mountainside there. And if you look up in the corner there of the horizon, you can see a tail boom of a ship sticking out. And that's a ship that we came out with, come up to the top of the hill. It's an unscheduled ship. We parked it down there.